Hi everybody, this is Alice Bejeweled Hedgehog, and this is vlog number 3. I am so proud of myself. I have managed to do 3 vlogs. Tonight I am very, very tired. I have been suffering from insomnia recently, and all of a sudden, all the tiredness and all the sleepiness have just kind of come crashing down. So this actually may be a fairly short video for me. Oh, hello to all my fellow vloggers. I am truly enjoying watching your vlogs. I am just really, really thrilled. I'm having a lot of fun. I would like to welcome some new vloggers. Bruno from Don't For Stump just did his first one. Hi, Bruno. And I met a new vlogger who I really like. Her name is Ginger, and her YouTube name, blah, 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 too late at night for me, is Fry and Spice. And in case you also enjoyed watching vlogs, I'm going to put a link to the people that I follow down below so that, you can enjoy their vlogs too. So let's see, I had taken some inspiration from Poet Spice with her 7-day chunks of vlogs, and I had set 3 goals for myself. Be aware of my breathing this week, and I have been, and I found out something very funny but also kind of sad, and that is I am so out of shape that good posture hurts my tummy muscles. I am so used to slumping that, throughout the day, in order to breathe properly, you have to pull yourself upright. So, throughout the day, I pull myself upright, I put my shoulders kind of back and down and wiggle them to relax, and, I picture the straight line going straight down. And I go to breathe, and, I decide, okay, I'm going to stay upright. But my tummy muscles start to hurt because they're not used to holding myself up. That is so sad. So, I have been focusing on walking and really not gone to the gym to do any other exercises because in the past when I've gone to the gym, a decade ago, I tried to get in shape for the year, well, more than a decade, I tried to get in shape for the 21st century. So, throughout 1999 and 2000, I had a personal trainer who was a nursing student, and he didn't charge as much as like a professional certified trainer would, but he was a nursing student, so he was good, knew what he was doing. And I would kind of show up at the gym early, like 5:30 in the morning, and he would just march me through. I mean, he set the weights on the machines or handed me the free weights I was to use, and I just kind of staggered blindly through them. Because if I did it any later in the day than that, I would have a tendency to say, "What? You're kidding me. I do not want to do this." So anyway, I have been to gyms, and believe it or not, you cannot tell from looking at me. I've done all that stuff, but I really don't know how to do it. Plus now I am very out of shape. And, a couple of months ago, I bought a video over there in my stack of videos, but it was an African dance video, and I saw it and I loved it, but I'm so out of shape, it really hurts to do it and I can't keep up. So it's a goal to work towards. I would love to be able to do that video for exercise at some point in the future. That point is not now. But I saw Poet Spice's video, and she was talking about yoga. And she mentioned AM, PM yoga. I think I'm going to scoot over to Amazon and take a look at it and maybe start off with yoga exercises because, I need to build up my core muscles and I need with something, and then, my stamina through the walking, really before I can even tackle a dance video. Kind of discouraging, but then again not, because I will get there. If you watch a snail long enough, it does get from one point to another. Anyway, so, I have now a new tidbit of information and a new decision towards my goal of developing this healthy lifestyle. So that's kind of like one point accomplished. And in terms of diet, one of my lovely subscribers listened to one of my vlogs and heard me talking about my dilemma, all this data and all this research. And she sent me a wonderful comment with a lot of books and the web link to the data behind the China study. So I now have some information to really go on, and all this, I don't know what, it's like a cloud of gnats, all this different information. Eat fat, don't eat fat, eat vegetables. Everybody says eat vegetables, but whether they're supposed to be your sole source or not, and people agree sugar is bad. That's, like one thing. Anyway, so I made that step, and I picked up some quinoa, because I've seen recipes for, and I've seen videos of people making quinoa salad. And as the days get warmer, the idea of a nice salad as a meal is more and more appealing. So, I did that. I did not take my watches in today, but I did my daily breathing. I got some more information towards my diet. So I feel good. I feel good about that. So tired, but I'm wearing a lovely hat. My hat wearing days will soon be over because it's getting warmer and warmer. So the idea of a hat as a comfortable fashion accessory or something to put on when I get home just to relax, it's fading. Those days are going. It's funny, I didn't used to wear hats as fashion accessories because I had a bob, a short bob, and my hair is so fine and thin that when I pull the hat down over it, it flattened my hair completely. So all that effort I'd gone to with blow drying it was just kind of out the window. But now that I got this short, scruffy little cut, which I need to get done again because doesn't even resemble anything, the hats don't hurt it. And I found out that if I wear a hat around the house in the winter when it's cold, it keeps me a lot warmer. And they're great fashion accessories. I used to dye my hair red all the time with henna. I loved red hair. But I just got tired of it as the years wore by, and my nieces, these inexplicable little critters, wanted to see my real hair, and have now announced one of the few things they ever managed to agree on, that they like Auntie's real hair the best. So go figure. So anyway, I now have my, sort of plain, ordinary gray and brown hair. But the cool thing about hats is I can change what color my hair is, what texture my hair is, just by sticking a hat on my head. So that's fun. You may wonder why I'm holding a headband with cat ears on it. Okay, I'm too tired to talk about very much, but I do want to talk about one of probably my only really favorite TV show. Well, now I follow Fringe, and I've recently started watching Grimm. But, those are kind of, well, Fringe is not hit or miss. I follow Fringe pretty devotedly. But I love The Walking Dead. I love it so much that I buy it because I do not have a cable service. I just gave up on it. I never watched TV enough. I got tired of just fussing around with DVRs and to make sure I got the shows I wanted. Then I decided I would settle for Netflix, Hulu, and the Amazon Prime. So that's what I do. But I got sucked into Walking Dead, and I go ahead and go to the Amazon instant video where you pay and you have to buy a show. It's $1.99 a show. But what I did with last season that really surprised me was I liked Walking Dead so much that in between the end of the first season and the start of the second season, I rewatched every one of those shows. And that is so rare for me. But, okay, I'm going to put my cat ears on because I've decided that what I'm going to do in videos, if I ever talk about a TV show or a book in such a way that it might spoil it for someone, like discuss the ending or something to that effect, I'm going to put the cat ears on. That way, if you don't want to know about it, you can just fast forward through and then don't stop until you see the cat ears come off again. I know, I look ridiculous. But this way I can, include spoilers in my vlogs without actually spoiling anything. So cat ears are on, so I'm going to just talk a little bit. I know that Andy and Ginger are big fans of Walking Dead too. Wow. I love that show. And yeah, I didn't catch a thing about the bullets, mainly because I'm not that familiar with guns, but now that you mention it, it did keep shooting an awful lot, didn't it? I think with shotguns, those are the ones you have to like break open in the middle and put the little bullets in. But anyway, yeah. The truck though, the truck turning around like that, it was like asking to get stuck. Now even I noticed that, okay, and my first thought was, okay, who's going to get you out of the ditch that you've just driven into? Um, for people who are not don't follow The Walking Dead, I'll just sum it up in a nutshell really quickly. It begins with the zombie apocalypse. And yes, there's zombies throughout the show, so you have those scary moments when the zombies pop out of something and you're not expecting them. They call them walkers. But the thing that's so cool and interesting is the show kind of takes up where all the movies end. The movies always deal with the zombies attacking and the zombies coming and maybe a desperate little group trying to get to some mythical place of safety. But this one really just takes a slice of people and shows them surviving through this thing. Um, and they're fascinating. The characters just fascinate me. I'm kind of sad Shane is dead, even though I hated him. Ooh. He was one of the characters that from the moment he appeared on the screen back in the first season, he does this little rant. He's sitting in a police car with his partner, Rick, and he's doing this little rant about his girlfriend or girlfriends in general, and he uses the term pair of boobs, and I remember that because that made me mad, and I remember thinking, ha ha, this is a zombie show, and I hope you get eaten first. He didn't, but interestingly enough, although they kind of tried to make him out as the badass macho character, he also engendered sympathy at the same time because in a perfect world without a zombie apocalypse, he might have figured out how not to be so shallow and offensive. He may have ended up with a girlfriend, he may have ended up with a wife and family, but he never had a chance. The zombie apocalypse hit, he thought his best friend was dead, and he rescued, the wife, who I really don't particularly like. She is manipulative, isn't she? But anyway, he rescued the wife and son, and then later, in the season, he comes to find out that Rick is not dead. He survived his stay in the hospital, and I mean, that was kind of like, what do they call it, first 48 or 28 days or something like that. But anyway, um, so, I keep, he was just kind of a complicated character. And I really think that nasty little wife played those two men off. I mean, normally, I would be sympathetic to a female character who thinks her husband is dead, is alone in the middle of a world full of zombies with her child, but she does some really screwed up things at the end. But the interesting thing is, no matter how much you may dislike a character, the thing that keeps popping up in your head is, well, they are living through the zombie apocalypse. They don't get hot showers. But I mean, seriously. Um, I have not read the graphic novels. I have a friend who has read them, so I'll have to ask him if he owns them so I can borrow them or see if the library has them, because I'm really intrigued and I really want to see. I keep hearing that certain things in the show deviate from it, or one is better or the other is better. Um, and I know there's this new character, I can't think of her name, the hooded woman, and she's got zombies in chains behind her, dragging them along. And, and then they show a prison. Well, I guess a prison would be a great place to hole up in to survive. Um, so anyway, the third season's going to be great. I know I'm rambling. I'm tired and I should just shut up. The third season is going to be great. And, it's just a really cool show. Yeah, I do actually like scary movies, believe it or not. And I do like the scares when you're not expecting it and a zombie shows up. But I also really like these people. I mean, these are fascinating characters, and it really is interesting to see what people do when you strip away everything we take for granted. Some people do not hold up well. I do not think Shane held up well. Um, anyway, I'm tired and I'm not making any sense, so ears are coming off. Ah, hat hair, hat hair. Okay, zombie talk is over now. Um, I think I'm just going to wrap this up. This is going to be, for me, a very, very short vlog. Um, so I'm thrilled that the insomnia is over. Hope to be back tomorrow and hope to have more and more coherent things to say. Okay, good night everybody. Thank you for watching.